Hello, everybody. How are you all doing? Hope you are all well. So, whether you're with me now live, whether you're here a bit later on because you're busy, do give me a thumbs up and do pop me a note in the comments so I know you are present with me. Now, I found a new little gizmo, which is I can do QR codes. So, if you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, perhaps you're watching on Facebook, if you scan that on your phone, that will take you directly to my YouTube channel. So, I'll be sharing a few different codes with you as we go. Hello, Jane. Yes, absolutely. Long time no see. I do hope you're well. It's really good to have you join. Now, tonight is an old favourite. Okay. Um, some of you that have been with me for a little while may have done this one before. It's actually a wire wrapped orchid. Now, all of the kits are on half price. So they're literally £7.48. And what you get in the kit is everything apart from your pliers to make them. So we've got a gold one. We've got a rose gold, but I can't find my rose gold one. And we've got a silver kit as well. Let's get it the right way round. These are great beginners projects as well. So perhaps if you've got somebody that's never done any wire work before and you want to buy somebody a nice present, then this might just be for them. Hello, Jan. Lovely to have you join. Now, it's very adaptable as well because as Christmas is not too far away, you can also make, just get this in some kind of order, a candle holder as well. So you can put them all together, make a collection of them and make a candle holder. I had to blow off a bit of dust on this one, I'm not going to lie. So this one I've got some beads at the back and the orchids at the front. So you can do them as large or as small as you want to. Hello, Liz. Lovely to have you join. So yeah, you can use them for hair accessories. You can use them in hair fascinators. You could even do smaller ones for earrings. Done that before. If you've got bridal, you could have a cascade of orchids going down, perhaps on a French pleat or something like that. So plenty of versatility with this particular pattern. What I love about it is it's really flexible as well, and it's easy. It really is quite quick and easy. Now, if you buy one of the kits, they're three. Hang on. You'll have to check. I actually can't remember. I think I had buy 3 kits for a special price, but I actually can't remember. So do check out the Facebook site. Jan says she loves doing wire work and made a brooch for her mum in a similar style. That's so good to hear. Right. I suppose better get started. Now I'm just changing the QR code. So if you're watching on YouTube, if you click on this one, it will take you to the Facebook site, and I shall share more with you a little bit later on. Oh, it was 3 for 10. Did I say it was £7.48? They're not £7.48 at all. That's the Tree of Life kits. They're £4.75. So you get 3 kits for £10. See, can't even believe my own deal. Thank you for that, Jan. Hello, Kim. Lovely to have you join. Right, let's go on the overhead. Let's get started. Now, first of all, we're going to cut a length of 30 centimetres of 0.8 millimetre wire. Now, it's very soft, the wire we're working with. So if you're not really into your wire work, it shouldn't be heavy on your hands. So first of all, what we're going to do is just bend from 1 centimetre from the end, like so. And then we're going to turn a loop back. So this is actually a loop that will be in the centre. I think we'll just go in a wee bit more, shall we? There we go. Hello, Elizabeth. Thank you so much for joining us. Elizabeth is watching on YouTube, and she asks, can I use very thin wire if that's all I have? Never done any of these projects before. Now, Elizabeth, it really depends how thin your wire is. I really wouldn't go any thinner than 0.7, 0.6, because what will happen is your petals will go out of shape. Now, we're using a thinner wire a little bit later on. By all means, have a practice and see how you get on, but generally I think you'll find that it'll go out of shape as you go. But if you do try it, let us know how you get on. Now, just going to need our tape measure or ruler. Oh, it's upside down for you, I think. Sorry if it is. 0.6, you might get away with it. And like Jan says, if you hammer it, they might hold better. Do try it. We will be doing a little bit of hammering later, but it is optional. Now, apologies if this is upside down on your screen, but we're going to pop that loop just so it sits above the 2.5 centimeters, and then we're going to turn. So basically from the tip of the circle to the end of your first petal is 2.5 centimeters, and then we're just going to pinch that on the top. Now, I'm using bent nose pliers, but you can use chain nose pliers or flat nose pliers. I'm just going to pinch the end there as well. Now, I'm going to actually bend it parallel with the bottom of the circle as well. So where the circle is your inner part, and that's the tip. Oh, that's good to hear. It's the right way up for you. Good, good. We're going to turn that round, and we're just going to gently pinch here. Now, do remember, we're using plated wire here, so don't hack away at your wire, because if you hack away at the wire, what you're going to do is you're going to take it down to the bare copper. You can use 0.8mm in your sterling silver wire as well, but I do practice it with plated first of all. So I'm going to turn it at 2, so we're going to alternate the size of the petals. And then I'm going to work in line with the bottom. So if you imagine an invisible line there, and the next one is going to be 2.5 centimeters. Okay, so I'm just lining that up. Now, this is what I call my bag of spanners stage. One of my favourite words, bag of spanners stage, because it literally is that. It's not looking too hot, but it does metamorphosize into a flower. Honestly, don't give up. You know, if it's looking, oh, this is a real, like I say, bag of spanners, do keep with it, because what we're going to do is we're going to shape it as we go. So we're just pinching at the bottom. Let's just take stock of what we've done. So we've got the loop here, that'll form the center. First petal, second petal, third petal. So we're going to alternate. The next one will be 2 centimeters. Now, when you've done a few, you can eyeball it a little bit. But as I'm teaching you, I thought I better do it properly. Now, I have a little confession. It's been a while since I've done this pattern, and I had to print it off and just check that I could remember how to do it. So I did a little mock-up earlier, and it did all come flooding back to me. But the thing is, what happens is I go a little bit off-piste. And you find that when you get your pattern, it's slightly different to what I've taught you. Because, of course, you know, we improvise, but I'm trying to stick as much to the pattern as possible. Now, our final petal will be 2.5. Hello, Maxine. Lovely to join you. So would love to know, so how many of you are into your wire work? I know there's a couple of you that perhaps it's not your favourite thing. I know some of you struggle with your hands as well, in terms of, you know, maybe pains in your hands, especially this time of year. You know, when the cold kicks in and the old joints start a little bit more as well, don't they, with pains? That's what I find anyway. Kim says, I've got to put all my beading bits away as she gets her puppy next week. Oh, Kim, that's so exciting. Oh, tell us more. Tell us more. Jan loves wire work. Kim can do wire work. Jan says she makes lots of plant supports or plant pot decorations. I love that for the garden. My partner not so much. He brings them in and he goes, oh, they're tarnishing. Well, that's the whole point. They're going in the garden. Right, last little bit. What we're going to do is cut it so that you've got about 1 centimetre tail using your side cutters. Do you know what? I was thinking of resurfacing a pattern that I did, which was for a planter decoration or an indoor plant pot, which was for a 3D bee with a caged bead as its little bottom area. It's one of my favourites, actually. Let me know if that's something you fancy doing. I've even got a couple of the kits left, actually. Right, so I've just turned that. It's a little bit different to the other one, I'm not going to lie, but that's okay. There we go. Right. Now, I'm just going to check your messages. Just double check I haven't missed anything. So Kim says he's 9 weeks old and a Staffy Cross pug. Oh, gorgeous. Oh, please share lots of photos, Kim, when you get him. Does he have a name, or will you be naming him? Jane says, love wire work, just need your mojo back. We all lose our mojo at some point, don't we? And yeah, sometimes we just have to ride the storm until it comes back. And sometimes life just gets in the way, doesn't it? Sometimes life's just a little bit busy, isn't it? Jan says yes, please, to the bumblebee, and love a Staffy. Oh, Kim is calling him Teddy. Oh, gorgeous. Yes, always sounds wonderful. Hello, Linda. Lovely to have you join. Right, next little bit. So you can either use a mandrel if you've got one, which is a shaping tool for wire work, or just a good old Sharpie pen, which this is perfect for this project. So we're going to do a bit of wire hugging. So we're going to bring that round like so. But before you do that, make sure that you've squidged the bottom and the top, technical term of course, of your petals. So the smaller one's a little bit more difficult. We're going to hug that round like so. Take that out. Then again. So this is where we come out of our bag of spanners stage. Kim says staffies are her favourite breed. Oh, they're beautiful, aren't they? Such solid dogs as well, aren't they? Yes, Jan says we're all going to fall in love with Teddy. I think we are. Teddy's going to need his own page, Facebook page. Elizabeth said, this is not working on my wire. I'll just take notes. Thank you for sharing. Beth. Oh, we'll call you Beth. Okay. No worries, Beth. The thing is, you've got to try these things, haven't you? Got to try them, because you never know. Right, here we go. So as you can see, even my 0.8 is going out of shape slightly. Now, the next little stage, if you've got it, doesn't matter if you don't, you can work without it. But this is my nylon plate. This is my nylon tipped hammer. Don't use a metal tipped hammer because it will mark your wire and it will take you through to the copper base on that as well. I'm just going to reshape that. Now, what this does is it actually work hardens. Liz, sorry, you probably can't see the notes. There's a lady called Elizabeth that is watching on YouTube and she calls herself Beth. I don't know if you can see the notes for that. So sorry for the confusion, but welcome to Beth for joining us. So what this does is it work hardens. It does also helps it maintain its shape. So we're not going to go like a bat out of hell. We're just going to go very gentle. So we're just going to tap on there. There we go. So that's as much as you need to do for your work hardening. Now, if we take a little wee look at one of our orchids, next stage, what we've got left to do is to add the center point and add these little floating stamens in there as well. Now what we're going to switch to is 0.3 millimeter wire, and we do need again 30 centimeters of that. So we have a little tail. We start on the left and we are just going to wire wrap around that loop 3 times. So I'm keeping the tail underneath my thumb. So we are live streaming across Facebook and across YouTube, which because Facebook don't actually hold all the videos anymore, they delete them over time. That's another reason for me live streaming on YouTube, because what it means is that you can all go back, and if you click on the live tab in YouTube, you can then go and revisit the tutorials as and when you like. So we'll just trim off that tail. Make sure I trim off the right one. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to grab some 6mm fire polished crystals. They're a different colour as well, so they'll be a little bit easier for you to see. And we're going to need just one seed bead. Any type of seed bead will be fine. And pop the 6mm bead on. You can improvise on your beads, that's not a problem. And then one seed bead on. And then we're going to move that out the way, the seed bead, go back through the bead and down through those 2 loops. So you want to overlap those 2 loops that you created. Bring that through. And then I'm going to wrap. In fact, I've missed a step, but it's okay. So just to let you know that it'd be slightly different in the instructions. But what we're going to do is bring these petals in together. So we are going to wire wrap around the base of the petals. Like so. So that brings them all in. It's all quite neat on the back. Jan is saying those big red or blue acrylic beads will make a fab centre on a bigger flower. They really would. They'd be real whoppers, wouldn't they? Right. I'm going to bring out, so got the 2 base ones here. I'm bringing out the wire in between these 2 here. And then I'm going to add on, these are check fire polished, which is what you've got in your kits, but you've got just Aurora Borealis ones in the kit, in the silver. You've got gold and Aurora Borealis in the gold. I can't remember what we've got in the rose gold. Right, so this is 0.3mm wire. You've got 3 beads. They're 2 to 3mm. You're going to leave about a 2cm gap of wire. Then bring that down. I'm going to bring it the other side of the petal. And then I'm going to clamp those beads at the top and twist. Make sure you don't over twist, because what will happen is if you over twist, you're going to snap that wire. And then we are just going to wire wrap around the center one, and we're just going to bring our wire out between these 2 here and add another 3. But do let me know, anybody sort of having any of their creative juices going, anybody thinking, right, I'm going to do a candle, or I'm going to do just the pendant. Let me know, what are your thoughts? Anybody getting any inspiration from watching? Right, there's number 2. And then the third one, I'm just going to bring further down here. Pinch those beads at the top. So Jan says, haven't made any for months, we'll have a play tomorrow though. Brilliant. And just do a final anchor there as well. Make sure that your circles in the middle are secure. It's probably a good idea, if you haven't done already, is to just wire wrap the 2 circles together. Like I say, I'm sorry, it will be slightly different in the instructions if you buy any of the kits, but not hugely. Always make sure that your tails are at the front and just flatten that down. Now you want some shape, some movement to it now. So we're going to have a look at how we do that. Now we're going to use our round nose pliers, and I'm just going to gently ease those stamens around it. You can use a cocktail stick as well, so you can just see that's got some curvature to it. Number 2, number 3, there we go. So you can just alter that to wherever you'd like those. Now I think that's rather flat. What I like to do with mine, you can obviously go back in to reshape if you find that some of them have gone slightly out of shape. What I like to do is rest it against your Sharpie and push. Do the same. And there you've got some curvature to it. I'd add a jump ring. Finally, I've got a necklace somewhere. Either a pre-made chain, or you can make your own chain yourself. Open that up with your sideways action. Pop that on the tip and your chain. Close that up and you've got your finished piece. There you go. So pretty quick. Pretty quick. So who's going to have a go? Let me know. That's what we made. Ever so quick and very effective. If you're into your wire weaving as well, there's absolutely no reason why you couldn't actually wire weave the petals itself to create a bit more 3D. Jan is saying if you have double layer petals, you'll have a lovely daisy type flower too. Absolutely, you can double it up, you could put it into a larger one. So many different things you can do with it. So I'm going to leave that with you. It's a slightly shorter tutorial tonight, but sometimes it's nice to have a shorter one, isn't it? Do make sure before we go, I just want to share with you where you can find different things from. So let's just do a little screen share, shall we? Let's have a look at the kits that are on special offer at the moment. I couldn't share the screen last week for some reason. Windows. Flash sale. Not sure if it's letting me do it again. Oh, there we go. Share. Okay, now if you go on to my beads by Verchiel, you go into bead shop, scroll down. Let's choose the one on the side. Flash sales. Good one to check out all the time. And then if you go down, you see that we've still got some bundles in the sale. And you can see you've got your wire wrap silver kit, your gold kit, your rose gold. The Tree of Life kits are still on half price as well for the time being. Also got a sun catcher kit on half price down there as well. And literally you've got the chain in the kit, you've got the wire, you've got the crystals, 4 pages of written instructions, 6 pages of photo, 3mm wire, 4mm wire if it's the gilt kit. So you've got lots and lots in there. And then what was the other thing I wanted to share with you as well is the YouTube. Glad you enjoyed. So pleased you enjoyed. So we will have a quick look if you're new to Facebook as well. Let's see if we can. No, it's not what I want to do. Share screen. Window. Let's see if we can grab that. YouTube. There we go. Right, here's my YouTube channel. Now, up here, up the top, is the name of my YouTube channel. We have got 191 video tutorials. So if you need a bit of your mojo getting back, it might be somewhere you might want to think about going to. You've got these bars across here. So you've got videos. The most recent ones, though, are lives. So if you click on the live, that's where we are at the moment. We're live. And these are our most recent ones that you can access as well. So we've got absolutely loads and loads on there. So that's our YouTube channel. And then this is our Facebook as well. Beads by Verchiel. There you go. So hopefully you might have some new inspiration, but any support I can get for the YouTube channel, I'd be really appreciative of it as well. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me. We're just over half an hour. That wasn't too bad, was it? I'll speak to you all very, very soon. And for those that you come in to the Beading Social on Saturday, safe journey, and we look forward to seeing you at the social. Take care. See you soon.